I had to bitch mode and switch to sword and shield because Vogun was not doing it. Hey, that's not bitch mode. There's no such thing as bitch mode in that game. You just play smarter, not harder. Ain't that right? Alright guys, well now we are about to do CIACCONA's story quest. And typically, like with any story quest, I always bring my Rover team because I like playing as Rover in the storylines. I feel like he broke several of my bones. Dude, I love Gormagala. I actually like him more than Arkveld. He's more fun to me than Arkveld. But I also love his armor. So, yeah. I need to change him to Havoc.
I will be there for everyone as we head toward our shared future, leaving the past behind.
Alright, y'all. Time for some woo-wah story. I heard this one's really good. So I'm kind of excited to play it. Where's the mask? Where's his mask? I can tell you right now, this new Gore bodies Arkveld. He also has new moves and combos. Oh my god! That dropped today, right? Oh, I need to change my Echo set.
I will be there for everyone as we head toward our shared
I guess they have like a similar update
leaving
day
the
as
past
Final
behind.
Fantasy. It's like on Tuesdays, yeah. Alright, story time, everybody. Hope y'all enjoy. Again, I heard the story quest was pretty good, so I'm pretty excited for it. So let's see how it goes. This one does have voice acting. Like it's got full-on voice acting and everything, so it is all good. There's no no like paragraphs to read or any shit like that. All right. Oh, fuck. Between 8 to 12. Okay, yeah. Where's this thing? Carlotta! Hi.
Rover, fancy running into you here. Won't you dine with me? Ms. Margarita asked me to sample her newest pizza, but my goodness, these portions.
Did you hear what the Order's acolytes found while clearing the abandoned library? A manuscript of a poem with an accompanying music sheet. The public has already caught wind of its contents. Did you know it was signed as Golden Anthem? They say it was their last work, written aboard the Pilgrim's Sail. I reckon the original finder fished it out the sea and put it in the library, not knowing what it was.
Shh, quiet. They're criminals. You best not mention them in public.
Shh. That name is not to be spoken of in Raguna. Simply put, the Golden Anthem was once a renowned poets' society. Their 3 members were once the Sentinel's cantors, but the Order banished them for insulting the divinity. Allegedly, their pilgrim sail caught fire and none on board survived, and thus their last known work disappeared.
Well, since the manuscript is no longer secret, how does the tune sound?
Give me a second. Let me think. Hear that? It's exactly what they're playing now.
Oh god. Yep. Yep, shoot the ass, Carlotta.
Well, it would appear they were possessed by daemons, just as this very article suggests.
Snake. I smell a snake.
Friends, it's been too long. I gather you were also listening in on that conversation about the Golden Anthem's last work?
What did you mean by daemons?
Resentful of the Order's verdict, they committed to paper a curse upon Rinascita and Raguna. Those favored by the divinity were the most willing to raise the blade of rebellion, for they alone knew how to make divinity bleed and doctrines crumble. Though they died in exile to a great fire, their resentment festered in their music and poetry, transforming into horrors known as daemons. Like the fire that dragged them to hell, these daemons will spread throughout the land and burn all of Raguna. This article was recently published in the Raguna Literary Journal. Quite the perspective, wouldn't you say? Vengeance born of resentment. Such dark and twisted characters are hard to resist. Perhaps someone unwittingly played that tune just now and opened the plushies to possession by the daemons. Then again, it's all conjecture. Those in the Poets' Society died years ago, and who's to say what really happened? Now, if those vengeful spirits really do exist, well, out of all the patrons here, they went straight for you, Rover. Curious and curiouser. By the way, it just so happens that I made a copy of the Poets' Society's last work. Here, take it. Consider it a little souvenir from your spirited encounter.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll prove useful later.
That's awesome though, Delta.
Goodbye, friends. A change of venue is in order. I must finish my play.
I like that. Does it have a threshold or something? Swept away the storm. There, by the storm are the Cidads of the Water Kingdom. Wheat draws lay adrift in the ocean's hurl, prolonged like summers. Like the dragon of hell, demons will spread along the line to set sail past the towers, past the surrounding walls, past the sentinel sculptures, as we descended slowly into hell, till the song drowns in the brilliance of sunset. Ooh, Jesus.
Like the
First
fire that
introduced
dragged
change.
them to hell, these daemons will spread throughout the
Vague
land
details.
and burn all of Raguna.
Like the fire that drags them to hell, these demons will spread throughout the land and burn them all. Burn all of Raguna. I was not expecting this to be a story. This sounds like a main story quest, not a character quest. Yeah, no, Delta, that's actually a pretty good idea. I wonder how more specifically that's gonna work. But that's I think that's a good idea actually, because then it's like we're only wanting higher level monsters anyway, so that's having a higher chance for that is good.
Unverifiable, yes, but not entirely dismissible. That said, a peculiar entity did indeed manifest, and it attacked you. So, let's start at the very beginning. I have a friend who's an expert in deciphering music. I believe you've met her before. She who resembles Topaz should still be near Whisperwind Haven at this hour.
Yep, CIACCONA. Oh, I love Carlotta. She's so cool. Why is her voice familiar? Have you played Baldur's Gate 3? That's the big question. Have you played Baldur's Gate 3, Apollo? Yep, she's Shadowheart. Jennifer English. She's fucking amazing. I love her.
In Hellwell, poetry and music hold equal sway. Shh. Listen carefully. Wait. Listen carefully.
I love the scenes in this game.
The holes will set us free from doubts and fears deep within. Let the sunrise gild our wings, let the twilight soothe our skin. In the sky we're forever wild and free.
Follow the song to find her.
Rover! Carlotta! It's been too long.
She's so cute.
You really must adore that song. I remember hearing you sing it when I was little.
Aw, they're childhood friends. Of course they are.
When I was a child, whenever I passed by CIACCONA's house, I'd always hear music drifting from the courtyard. Lively, spirited, and so full of emotion.
I remember it well. Those two guards of yours were like giants from Septimont. Easily 200 pounds of pure muscle.
Back then, CIACCONA's family conducted the Order's choir.
How should I put it? Well, as they say, families are always rising and falling. But a song is a song, whether sung in a grand hall or beneath the open sky. As for family matters, let the past stay where it belongs. Anyway, the two of you came in such a hurry. I suppose you're not here to take in the music? So you eavesdropped on a man rambling on in C3 Sharp, and then, poof, out pops a monster. Let me see. It should sound something like this. About that, Sharp Rover.
I love her. My God.
I know, right? We should suggest to Miss Margarita that she add new signage. Sing with civility. It starts with us.
Can we discuss restaurant etiquette later?
Of course. But I still need to know what kind of music could possibly have the power to conjure up those monsters of yours.
God, I love this game. It's so gorgeous.
The Golden Anthem. That name should never be spoken. They're criminals. To conspire with them is to risk banishment at sea. Or worse.
Don't worry. This won't be the first time we've crossed paths with the Order.
Fine. From what you've told me, the composers of this poem cursed Rinascita, spelling the fall of Raguna. When the poem is played, some type of horror appears. If I understand correctly, that's what attacked you and Carlotta. If you ask me, this story is a right load of codswallop. I don't believe a simple little poem could curse Rinascita.
Then you...
We need to get to the heart of this poem and music mystery. Let me join you. I can't resist a good adventure. I'll help you find the link between the music and those daemons. But in return, I want you to hand these pages to me for safekeeping. Then we have a deal. Since you believe this music summons them, how about we test it for ourselves? I've already memorized the sheet music.
It's risky, but there's no surer way to find out. Wouldn't you agree, Rover?
The final work of poets banished to distant seas and condemned to death. What, I wonder, did the verses forged in flames truly sing of?
I love the music. Damn.
They are just like the ones that attacked us in the restaurant.
A perfect chord.
Oh my god, she's so fun. What the fuck?
Listen, the trio of destiny.
Guide my blade. Upswing. Leave it to me.
She's singing on the... Oh, that's cool. What about Arrow Rover? That was cool. I like that. Dude, she's fun. Oh, I can't pull her, unfortunately.
They burn in despair, resentful of the Order's verdict, till their last breath. Their last work is nothing but a curse upon us all. With our bodies to fuel the fire, the ensuing furnace shall forge Raguna's true gold. Is it saying Raguna will burn to the ground?
They wanted their resentment to echo through the streets. Just by reading this, I can almost see their terrifying faces in the fire.
These voices. They're people of Raguna, aren't they? I think I heard Mr. C3 Sharp in the mix.
If the poet's resentful souls gave birth to daemons, then shouldn't they sound like the poets themselves? Those voices were just people who read or heard their work.
Hi, Yui.
Perhaps the voices themselves are what causes the daemons to manifest. In the legends, daemons are born of death and curses. But what we've seen isn't like that, no. They're more like horrors created from people's words and imagination. Of course, I'm just speculating. The voices were somewhat muddled. Perhaps I can refine the melody. This time, we need to listen
I'm doing
harder.
good. How are you, Yui?
Let's find out what the true story really is.
Just doing that character's story quest. Already it feels like a main story quest. About a game with the boy feet. Oh, that's cute. Thank you for the sub. That's so sweet. Thank you so much for the sub, Yui. Enjoy the emotes. Like, you got a few extra emotes there. But yeah, thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate it. You didn't have to. But thank you. I appreciate it. Paying you back? Oh, come on. You know you didn't have to. But awesome. You have fun with the boyfriend. Enjoy yourselves. What are y'all gonna play? God, I love her voice. I can't get enough. I know, right? I know, dude. Apollo, I love her so much. I mean, honestly, I'm being quite honest. I love, like, a lot of the characters in this game. I just wish there were more male characters. You know, you didn't have to either. I mean, I know. But I wanted to. It felt appropriate at the time, I guess. But thank you, Yui. As CIACCONA adjusts the tune of the melody for the daemons, reshape into a realm from within, you will learn the truths about their origins.
This is a realm created from melodies. Music can transcend space and time to bring memories and stories to life. No. Normally, you can't perceive the frequencies in a melody. But that manuscript lets you see the world as I do. That part with the daemons...
I know,
should be
I'd like
right
more male
here.
characters. Oh, Helldivers too? Hell yeah, dude. You have fun. I may see about joining you sometime. But we'll see. Democracy needs us, yes. This is just a Pretty Woman game. Well, there are male characters in it, and they are really good male characters, but I do wish there was more. But the male characters in this game are really, really good. Like, they have the capability of making good male characters. And their last game, Punishing Grey Raven, they had a few good male characters too. So it's like they're capable of doing it. They just need to, you know, do it. Which, you know, the good thing is the gameplay is so much fun that I really don't care right now. And I have all the male characters and I've built them all and they're all really strong. Well, I haven't built one of them because he's also not all that great. But I will eventually build him because I want to use him. So I'm good for it right now, but I'm basically not gonna pull any more characters unless they fit with my teams that I already have made, or unless they're male characters. That's pretty much what I'm doing. I'm pretty much gonna only pull characters that fit with my teams, my already existing teams, or male characters. So that's how I'm gonna go on my slight boycott. Get it? Boycott? Because we want more boys.
They burn in despair, resentful of the Order's verdict, till their last breath. Their last work is nothing but a curse upon us all.
It's the same as what we heard before. But now I see something. A balance scale with a crowd of people standing on one of the pans. What are they weighing?
The two sides of the scale represent differing perspectives. Once a work is made public, its meaning no longer belongs to its creator alone, but is shaped by the interpretations of its readers.
This music is so good.
Perhaps it was a simple poem at first, nothing more. But then that article claimed it was a curse upon Raguna. Given that members of the Golden Anthem were banished on the Pilgrim's sail and died in a fire, the notion quickly took hold.
I unironically really love Celtic music, like especially if it's arranged in a very classical way. It reminds me of fairy tale.
No one knew exactly what happened, so they filled in the gaps with their imaginations. With motive and a complete story. Perhaps that's all it took for a lie to become the truth. Each time someone plays their last work, it summons daemons. This is the Golden Anthem's revenge and curse upon Raguna. But still, words and imagination alone cannot bring something into existence. Yes, someone must have used them to create the daemons. What if the mastermind pulling the strings from the shadows is the author of that article? Daemons are bound to their creator, so it might not be a coincidence you felt them target you at the restaurant. There could be a connection between you and this mastermind. Or perhaps they have their own reasons for wanting to see you silenced. Imagination knows no bounds. If left unchecked, such incidents will only increase. For resonators, dealing with them isn't much of a challenge. But for ordinary folk, it's enough to spark panic across the city. Finding the one pulling the strings should be our priority.
Oh, they give us materials for CIACCONA. Well, I shouldn't be surprised if I'm being quite honest. Oh, resume from choices. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Well, it's good it doesn't let us go all the way back.
If the daemons are born from the public's imagination, then things will shift once we catch whoever is responsible for starting this in the first place. This mastermind has gone to great lengths to twist the facts, stirring fear and turning it into resentment. Maybe an attempt to cover up certain stories about the Poet Society. He must be tied to them somehow. If we can learn more about the Golden Anthem, we might be one step closer to catching him. Music and poetry are born from kindness and hope. Yet now they've been twisted to create these monstrosities. Whoever is behind this won't just sit back and watch. The thought of confronting them is already inspiring me to write a ballad. What should I call it? What instruments would fit?
She's so cute.
Our enemy hides in the dark, while we remain in the light. If that's the case, we need to split up. With your tenacity and CIACCONA's expertise, we will uncover the truth. Someone has pointed a gun at Cat's Eye. Someone ought to pull back the curtain and expose them. The family has its
tell 'em,
ways.
bitch.
Tracing the article's source and finding this mastermind won't be a problem.
If we find melodies connected to the Poet Society, I can bring the past into clearer focus. I've got it, Rover! I know a place where they've definitely left their mark. Let's go! Onward to new melodies! I I really admire the wind. It's free to go anywhere without restraint. If only it could carry my poems into the hands of everyone across the world. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 do 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 do. La da na 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 dum ba da da da.
I got chills. Oh my god.
Ta-da! Welcome to Requiem Paradise. This is where Raguna's musicians lay their old instruments to rest. For the people of Raguna, the sea is everything. We live and sleep by the sea, and our souls drift out to sea when we pass.
Mm-hmm.
Since an instrument is an extension of the musician, it's only fitting that it's buried by the sea. May its dreams be long and sweet before returning to the waves. I'm certain this is where the poets of the Golden Anthem laid their instruments to rest before their banishment. What's wrong? You seem troubled. Is that what's been on your mind this whole time? I say, if the answers aren't coming, let it all go and clear your mind. To be honest, I haven't found any leads either. But worry not, this is what we bards call a bottleneck. Once, I spent 3 days just trying to find the right words to describe a tree. Couldn't do it, not one word. So, I stood under that tree and prayed for an apple to fall on my head. You know, just like in those stories where inspiration strikes after an apple hits you. And, well, at least you get a snack out of it.
Okay, I love her. She's so precious. Look at her. Oh, dude. Okay, did inspiration find you?
The apples never fell. I stood under that tree until I couldn't any longer, but still no inspiration came.
Aww. What the fuck?
Try it.
She is, isn't she?
Huh. It's a real apple.
Later, when I finally decided to leave, I looked up through the gaps in the branches and suddenly saw a blooming flower atop a cliff. Turns out, even without an apple, inspiration may yet strike. But if I hadn't stood there, I might have missed that unexpected burst of beauty. So, maybe this is enough. Let's put aside heavy thoughts and continue our walk with a clear mind.
I'm starting to understand why Carlotta calls you Topaz.
Is that so? But I'm nowhere near as dazzling as the sun. If anything, I'd rather be like Icarus in the story. Soaring freely in the sky, even if it means falling in the end.
Oh, I wish I could get every character in this game. I love them all.
I sense the melody of an instrument close by. Let's search for it.
Oh, yep, there it is.
A harp. It's in excellent condition, but its tone is flat and dull. Let's keep it for now and see if there are any other instruments nearby. Is that a lute?
It is a lute.
Its echoes are faint. Perhaps because it's been abandoned longer than the previous two. I'll need some time to decipher it. Wait. The sound may be weak, but there's an undeniable strength to it. Rover, behind you! It seems this lute likely belonged to a member of the Poet Society. Which is to say, it holds the melodies they left behind. Polyphony! Tuning in. Listen! The Trio of Destiny! Leave it to me. Stay calm.
Nowhere to hide.
The timbre also matches. I believe this lute is exactly what we've been looking for. Sometimes, even when the instruments are the same, the performer's mood can change the entire sound. For example, this lute doesn't seek to boast. It speaks softly, like a traveler sharing a story over tea in the warmth of an afternoon. The true purpose of music is to express what words cannot. Rover, if there's something you want to say but can't put into words, if you sing it, maybe I'll understand.
But I haven't even heard you sing yet.
Me? Perhaps another time. Once all this is settled, I'll perform for you. Be sure to listen closely then. Now, it's in the lute's hands. I hope this melody holds a tale worth telling. Listen. I hear something up ahead. It seems like an interrogation room. This melody carries the weight of the Poet Society interrogation. Let's keep moving. Take care with each step. The melodies left by these instruments are extremely fragile. The realm we're about to enter will appear fragmented. We may find ourselves straddling vast rifts in time and space. A single misstep could draw us in...
Oh.
Farrell of the Golden Anthem. Know that Imperator is stern, yet merciful. The Codex teaches us those whose sins are cleansed by the sea shall remain blessed by the sea. It is a grave offense to slander the Sentinel. This includes your claim that the Sentinel's true form is a steed of the skies. I was told you found this lie carved on a lithograph. In the face of the tempest, a giant celestial steed carved a path for the Ark. How absurd. If you admit you were mistaken at tomorrow's trial and reveal where you have hidden the evidence, I will move mountains to protect you and your companions. Remember, Imperator only responds to repentance, not silence.
I'm sorry, Sir Acolyte. I'm doing my best to cooperate. Please don't mistake my silence for defiance. It's just, this room is freezing, and I've caught a chill. Makes it hard to talk. I'm afraid that by the time I see the Sentinel, I will have lost my voice entirely. Perhaps then, they will judge you for silencing a poor transgressor's confession.
As long as you repent and help us destroy those blasphemous poems and songs, the Sentinel shall show mercy. You are a wise man. I trust you will make the right choice. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Good night, Mr. Farrell. I will always be here should you wish to receive the Sentinel's mercy.
No need to worry, Sir Acolyte. In fact, I'm beginning to enjoy the cold.
Neither official nor private records show them as having ever repented in the Cathedral of Mercury. This melody is fading fast. Let's check if there's anything nearby to amplify it.
Farrell's gone mad. He ought to have hidden the truth in our secret study. Why would he slip this dangerous knowledge into his poems and hand them out to children? We ought to have buried the truth.
Buried the truth. It just occurred to me. Is that our mastermind's true aim? Not only to bury the past, but also to silence those who know the truth. Like you. To that end, he stirs panic to deepen Ragonese prejudice against the Poet Society, using this opportunity to create monsters born from our words. Words and music are weapons without form.
I knew this was to be our fate. From the moment we uncovered that lithograph, I knew it would come to this. Still, I have no regrets. But if the Sentinel's true form is a flying steed, what does that make the Imperator we've pledged our faith to? All this time, we've been living nothing but a lie.
The Order's stance is that the Poet Society concealed blasphemous works, yet the Order themselves concealed the lithograph's existence. What were they afraid of? That's right! You must have seen the Sentinel in the inverted tower. To keep the Sentinel's true form a secret, the Order ruined the Golden Anthem's reputation.
This feels like a main story
I
quest.
understand what Farrell was trying to do. We're not adventurers or mighty resonators. We don't even have the time or ability to determine whether that lithograph is real or fake. Farrell only wanted to share the voice of uncertainty. He hoped someone might understand his doubts. Our fate has been sealed. All we can do now is choose what we believe and carry what we hope to be the truth to our graves.
They don't sound like they're full of hatred at all. If anything, they appear to have anticipated what would happen. During the interrogation, they kept their composure and did not offer fierce resistance. In fact, they even showed sympathy for the interrogator.
Everything seems to revolve around the Order. Could they be the ultimate mastermind behind this?
We don't know that for certain. But at least we now know the Poet Society would never place a curse on Raguna. The melody is fading faster now and becoming unstable. We should leave. We can continue our discussion later.
Where is this place? Study? CIACCONA, are we? CIACCONA? We must have gotten separated. CIACCONA did say even a slight misstep could draw us into other melodies. Am I?
You are to build a home here, like seabirds. Dwell upon the water, just as countless stars dot the night sky. I don't know if what I'm feeling is right or wrong. They were clearly the Sentinel's cantors. Why would anyone call them criminals who insulted divinity?
Huh. Wow. Was that little CIACCONA?
This is a poem I've never seen before. It's so different from what they used to write. Do not place flowers on my tomb, for I do not rest beneath the stone. I am the sea wind at Raguna's walls. I am a dawn that breaks through thorns. I am a nighthawk of wings of flame, soaring towards the celestial steed, whose praises I sing and whose true form I behold. A flame, celestial steed, true form I behold.
I don't know. I'm thinking the same thing too. I know that, like, older CIACCONA, that I know she's from Stellar Blade. She plays the lead in Stellar Blade. That's about all I know her from. But this one sounds like someone from Final Fantasy. I was thinking that too, actually, Delta.
The night sky will be illuminated by wings of flame, and I shall be reborn in immortal poetry.
Because they cannot banish the truth, the Order of the Deep instead banished us to the sea. Our thirst for truth is why we were cast out. No matter what, remember this. The truth will always exist. And the truth is gold that is unafraid of the fiercest of flames.
Can't get through, but the sounds are coming from over there. What is this place? Who are you?
She's always been distant and aloof, but her true melody is both heavy and fragile. CIACCONA Toccata. As long as you still draw breath, lift your eyes and look. With this poem, your life is eternal.
I think that's it. I think you're right. Did you look it up?
Rover? Rover, are you all right?
Also, isn't toccata like a music term? The voice tick? I think you're right though. Yeah. I think that's it. I mean, it makes sense. This whole acting pool is pretty much all like from the UK, so. Also, isn't toccata like a that's a music term. I'm pretty sure that is. I remember some of that in music theory.
Finally, I got you out of there. You must have been drawn into a different melody on our way out.
I mean, to be fair, Delta, this game started out hiring. This game started out in with UK actors. It didn't have any like from the beginning. It started out with UK actors. So, in fact, one of the playable characters is the voice of Tataru from Final Fantasy. W decision. I agree. But yeah, no, this game started out with UK actors. The problem is at the beginning, they actually tried to force some of them to do American accents, and it did not go over super well. So ever since then, all the characters have been whatever their actors cast as, they use their natural accent, for the most part.
I just walked into his study and ran into a strange little girl. She seemed quite taken with the Poet Society's work. She mentioned a name. CIACCONA Takata.
I see. I don't know who you met, but Takata is my family name. As I said before, for family matters, let the past stay where it belongs.
Same.
Just call me CIACCONA. We don't need to overcomplicate things. Well,
good ear though,
we
Delta.
have made some
Good ear.
progress. The melody we were in gave me a hint on what to do next. Yes, seeing as they banished the Golden Anthem, we might find more clues in the Cathedral of Mercury.
This is a good character story quest. I know I kept saying it, but it feels like a main story quest. By the way, to Street Fighter the Clap, Akuma's skin is basically a 15th weapon type. I thought that was, yeah, I kind of figured that was the case. I was like, whoa, did they just release another weapon? Like fist weapons? Yeah. Okay. I mean, I think that's a pretty interesting way to handle it. What's this? Oh. Oh, wait, what? Oh, that's kind of cool, actually. So this is not just this isn't just a character story quest. This is a fucking event. That's actually crazy. Yeah, the 15th weapon type in Monster Hunter is just Akuma. Perfect. That's actually pretty good. You locked into his armored layer though? Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I mean, I guess that's fine. Wait, what am I doing? I should probably just teleport over there, right? Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I want to traverse the world. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Rev. After I land, I need to actually go and get some more water.
Leave it to me.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go and get some more water, actually, because I actually am kind of thirsty.
This is a testament to my connection with the world around me. And it's very much my companion now, bearing witness to everything I've experienced on this journey.
Alright, I'm back. I have water, I have drank said water, so I have fulfilled the hydrate.
Stay calm.
You know what I'm gonna do actually? I'm gonna do this.
We still have a long journey ahead of us. Let's press on.
And I am going to, playing with CIACCONA, I'm gonna play with this team. And I'm gonna change
I will
him
be
to
there for everyone
Arrow Rover.
as we head toward our shared future, leaving the past behind.
This weapon. And with, I guess I'll give him the healing set. Yeah. Cool.
Have you found her yet? No.
She's not here either. Oh, greetings, brother and sister. Might I ask, have you seen someone dressed like us who likes to walk with her head down?
No. Razor doesn't like walking with her head down. She must have gotten into some trouble. We're in the Order's choir. We're rehearsing hymns to sing at the ceremony. Racer is our lead chorister. We took a break from rehearsing to play hide and seek, but when the time ran out, we couldn't find her. Maybe she got mad at us because we sang badly. She hasn't smiled at us much since rehearsal started.
Oh, that's so sad.
Can you tell your big sister here what hymn you're rehearsing? The teacher says it's a hymn to honor the brave knights and the sentinel's guidance. But Razor says the hymn was written by a bunch of criminals. Well, which way did Racer go? We can help you look for her.
Really? She went that way.
Oh, is that a kitty cat? Kitty cat!
Such a beautiful voice,
Kitty!
isn't it? You're the laureate. And you are? My name is CIACCONA.
A friend of mine.
Don't be scared. We're only here so that you can finish your game of hide and seek.
Hide and seek, right. Myron and the others are waiting for me. Sorry I've caused you trouble.
How about a little chat first? Something's troubling you. I can tell.
What? Of course not. The ceremony is coming up, and the choir still has so much to rehearse. I'm fine.
Young ones today have so much talent. If I had the chance, I'd love to learn how to sing hymns. You know, our laureate here definitely knows how to sing hymns.
Oh no.
It's just... Before the performance, the choir has to listen to the same music, recite the same lyrics, and do the same rehearsals every day. What's more, the hymn we're practicing, it was composed by bad people. Teacher calls them heretic poets. Myron and the others never complain. They're always eager to sing praises to the Sentinel on stage. But now their dreams are all dashed because of me. Myron, Patero, and Shear's voices are in perfect harmony, but I can never keep up. And I don't like this hymn. Myron and the others are too young to realize that heresy is a grave offense, but I know. I just don't understand why the Order wants us to sing songs written by criminals. The more I thought about it, the more out of rhythm I became. In the end, I could barely sing at all. That song just now. I've already forgotten how it's supposed to sound.
Well, what do you think a hymn should sound like?
A hymn, as the books state, is a song of praise for the Sentinel who leads the lost to the abundant lands.
No, not that. I mean, how does it make you feel? Try to remember what you were feeling when you were singing alone in the corner just now.
Oh, I didn't want to hold everyone back. And I really wanted to help everyone have a great performance at the ceremony.
Then hold on to that feeling. Let's rehearse again. You don't have anyone sitting in on your rehearsals, do you?
Uh-huh. No.
Well then, the Laureate and I will be the first to hear you perform.
This is a cathedral. That's the choir on stage, with the Poet Society leading them. Looks like it's a ceremony of some kind. It sounds like...
On the surface, yes. The Order certainly upheld Raguna's prosperity and stability. The poets, praised for their songs to honor the Sentinel, earned the Order's favor. Despite their banishment, their works still serve the Order's cause today. But this, my friend, doesn't strike the right chord we need to follow. Simply knowing the Order once stood with the poets doesn't reveal the true reason behind their banishment.
It sounds like a song celebrating the knights who defeated the Tacit Discords at Whisperwind Haven. Wait. Someone's approaching the stage.
Degenerates! Arrogant hypocrites, every last one of you! You have no idea what happened! Not at all! Has the Order reduced our sacrifices to mere tales to be told over tea? the Sentinel's blessing. Ah, where were you when we fought the Tacit Discords at Whisperwind Haven? Where were any of you? Where was the Sentinel? We didn't fight for the Sentinel or for the Damned Order. We fought for ourselves. You're nothing but hypocrites.
Jesus.
This is madness! Who is this madman? Someone remove him from here immediately. Do not be deceived. All knights who rode into that battle wielded swords sanctified by the Order. They fought in the name of divinity.
What he said about the common folk, is it true? Tell me, were they also sent to fight at Whisperwind Haven? I must see it for myself.
What a mess. I suppose this incident is what changed the Poet Society. Strange. Why is this passageway so long? This is the same study I stumbled into in the Realm of Melodies.
Afternoon tea! Yes, please. The odd tea and biscuits, miss. I'll reapply the medicine once you've finished. Next time, no more climbing walls. Understood? It wasn't just for fun. I was trying to... There, I understand. You've always been a curious child. You saw something terribly interesting and snuck out to take a closer look. Wait. Is it raspberry? My favorite. Huh? Ow! Look at this. This book says the flower doesn't live long. But that's silly. I know it can survive the coldest of winters. Maybe one day, I'll become a great bard. A proper one, who never makes mistakes like this.
Miss, this study is a secret. You must never tell a soul.
I understand. But I've always wondered, why do people say they're guilty? There are so many interesting poems and songs here. Why won't Father let me see them?
Well, you'll understand when you're older, miss.
Oh, what splendid singing! Even the laureate was enraptured.
Racer did wonderfully.
So sweet.
Thanks to you, I figured it out. Sincerity is what truly matters when we pray and sing praises to the Sentinel.
Yes, a hymn isn't just a few lines of history. It is shaped by your feelings and experiences. The hymn may differ in each person's eyes, but its resonance and meaning are universal. I hope you'll give the audience a spectacular performance on the day of the ceremony. So, what did you see in Razor's melody?
The Poet Society was criticized for glorifying the knights over the common folk during one of their hymn performances. Their assumptions were challenged, so they traveled to the knights' encampment at Whisperwind Haven to verify the truth for themselves.
This incident may have been the turning point for the Poet Society. Did you find any other clues? Next time we venture into the realm of melodies, perhaps we should tie our hands together to stop you from getting lost. If the Order's choir is pointing us to Whisperwind Haven, then that's where we'll find more clues. Let's go.
Wind rises!
I've heard of these nights during my travels. This should be where their old encampment stood. There don't seem to be any instruments, poems, or music here that carry the memory of a melody. Let's try searching the area first.
bonfire poets were no doubt members of the Poet Society. The note says they had wandered the area looking for inspiration. To find the melody, we should try to follow the route they once took. Perhaps inspiration will strike us along the way.
Nice butt shot.
This was the last stop on their route. Oh, the view just now as we soared in the sky was just breathtaking. What is it? Has anything come to mind? Oh, yes. How did I miss that? The wind is the finest recorder of melodies. It rises from the primal, churning endlessly, echoing in our ears without end. I believe the melodies left by the Poet Society were witnessed by the wind, and it will carry them to us. Playing a tune, of course. I want to capture the mood they must have felt when they were here. I'm curious as to what they left behind.
Rimbo and Selena must have returned to Raguna by now. That lithograph of the Sentinel's true form, it has to be here somewhere. Did that gentleman guide us intentionally? Who exactly was he? Backpack stuffed with papers claiming to be a common artist traveling in search of inspiration. Yet he spoke like a nobleman. But I can't afford to think about that now. If not for his help, we'd still be singing praises to a false sentinel. He's right. We cannot continue to sing for the Order anymore. We must enlighten the people of Raguna. They deserve to know the truth. The Knights of the Order defend only the Order's interests, and so the time has come for us to become knights for the people of Raguna.
It seems someone told the poets the truth about the Sentinel, and even suggested they stop singing solely for divinity and begin singing for the common folk as well. On the surface, what our mystery man said makes perfect sense. He even has knowledge of Imperator's true form. And this hidden lithograph is evidence the poets were telling the truth.
Annihilation!
Is this form of the Sentinel the same as the one you saw at Avenolium? So the poets were indeed banished for uncovering the Order's secrets. Even under interrogation, they held their silence. It wasn't until they met this mysterious man and learned the truth that they chose to become Knights of Raguna. Resentment and curses are not songs of their own style. As for the true mastermind, we still have no direct proof linking him to the Order. We must confront his lies and put an end to these Daemon incidents. But once the truth of the Golden Anthem at Imperator is revealed, it will no longer be just a matter of daemons. But is now the right time?
The will of the people is strong. This mastermind is so sure that the lies about the Sentinel will go undiscovered, and that no one will easily believe the truth. The truth exists to be uncovered. All we need is to plant the seeds of doubt in the people's hearts, and let them take root and grow.
Yes. Let's get going then. We'll go back to Margarita's. It's where our story began, and it's where it must end. Miss Margarita!
Well, hello, hello. If it isn't Rover and CIACCONA. Oh, Miss CIACCONA is a regular around here, you know. I've even asked her to perform a few times. helps bring in the crowds.
Actually, I've come to ask a favor of you today, Miss Margarita. I'm sure you've heard the rumors circulating lately about the Poets Society's legacy. There's something important we'd like to share. Could you help us gather everyone?
Not a problem at all. Did you make any big discoveries? I'm so curious about what actually happened, it's driving me nuts.
Rover, we'll begin when you're ready. The poets did board the Pilgrim's sail, becoming the stars of their own final act. We all know how that tale ended. A great fire consumed the ship, dragging it to icy depths, and the poets of the Golden Anthem with it. But hear this. Banishment did not breed hatred in their hearts for our city, and the flames did not scorch a curse into their music or poems.
Sorry if I'm like really quiet also, by the way, during the story, guys. I'm just kind of like really just drawn into it. I usually am like that during story quests and stuff, so apologies.
If you wish to hear their true voices once more, seek them at the Cathedral of Mercury. The children there still sing hymns written by the poets of the Golden Anthem. And yet, not a single daemon has appeared, even as those poets face their end. As the fire filled the ship's cabins, they penned their last poems with death drawing near. Perhaps they were greeted by the Sentinel in their final moments. Or perhaps they fell silently toward death. If the poets truly meant to curse Raguna, why would they write such obscure poems? Why not simply leave their works behind in Raguna? No. Their last words were hastily written as the flames closed in. This charade, it was carefully crafted, twisting their work to conceal the truth. We already have... No. Tomorrow, at the Odyssey Opera House, I will reveal the truth. Until then, I thank you all for your patience.
Damn, she just dropped a bombshell on them.
This can't... this is very confusing.
Previously.
Sorry.
Loria, is this all real? What do you mean by the truth? Did you discover something? The poets of the Golden Anthem, they were...
A fascinating story indeed. You've certainly piqued everyone's curiosity. The speech you made just now, you're implying the poets of the Golden Anthem were framed and their works deliberately misinterpreted.
Exactly. Someone used the story of the Golden Anthem to stir the public's curiosity. This is what created the daemons.
If memory serves, official records of the Order of the Deep state the poets were charged with blasphemy against the Sentinel. Surely you're not suggesting this was all the Order's doing? I dare say, such remarks would be considered a grave crime, punishable by banishment.
Are you from a noble family? The city's elite have a habit of siding with the Order.
I'm afraid you misunderstand. I admit, I do get that question quite often. I am but a traveling playwright. Your presentation brings me back to a play I wrote in my youth. A group of birds, locked inside a cage. Convinced they will never fly, they do nothing but stand on a perch. Then, one day, the cage door opened. The young birds flapped their fragile wings attempting to fly, but plummeted to the ground. one by one. Many consider their fate a tragic one. What say you?
I see it differently. Even if they met their end falling into the abyss, they still had a chance to glimpse the sky and spread their wings.
And what of those who chose to remain in the cage, having witnessed their predecessors fall to their demise? Will they dare to reach for the skies after realizing the cost of choosing to fly? Does the truth exist to protect or to harm? That is the question.
Fucking snake!
Miss Poet, I look forward to tomorrow's arrival.
Oh, Carlotta!
A splendid retaliation. I witnessed all of your performance. Like everyone present, I too eagerly anticipate tomorrow's arrival. As expected, the Order's fingerprints are all over it. According to our inside sources, it was none other than acolytes from the Order who salvaged the poet's lost works from the wreckage.
Of course it
They've
was.
long known of their existence and hid the poems in the Order's library. It's possible this was a sham all along. Choosing to make it public now likely means they're using those poems to obscure the real truth. Now, considering the fact that the untraceable article first began circulating among poets, musicians, and playwrights alike, I think it's fair to say its author is a regular of such secret circles. He may even be the resonator we've speculated about. His collusion with the Order is why these rumors are allowed to run rampant in the streets. I'll have someone follow this secret circle's trail and see what we can find. We should also share these findings with CIACCONA. As a poet, her insights would be much appreciated.
That's strange. She was just there a moment ago.
Just like when we were children. Gone without a trace. And she and her family disappeared without even a goodbye. Ms. Margarita, have you seen CIACCONA?
Miss CIACCONA? She was squirreling off towards the harbor earlier. I thought that's where you were meeting, so I didn't say a word. She did look quite down, though. Never seen her wear such a gloomy face before.
Thank you for letting us know, Ms. Margarita.
Why don't we split up and look for her at the harbor? Wind, guide me.
Oh, thanks for the hydrate, Momo. Here, let me get another swig.
The young birds left their cage, flapping frail wings as they fell to the ground.
I never thought his words would reach into the depths I sealed away so long ago.
Oh.
Coming here implies you worry about tomorrow's outcome.
Don't let him get to you. That evil fucking snake.
You intend to reveal the truth of the Sentinel to the public. But that revelation, it comes with a price. One you've paid before as a child. Remember?
Oh dear. backstory.
This is the past.
And here I thought you'd be much wiser than this. You know the dangers of pilgrimage, yet you all still cling to the same reckless path. Tell me, what drives such stubbornness?
The truth has its thorns, and the Golden Anthem has already paid its price. Do you wish to relive their fate?
Is that what you're trying to tell me with your play? But you know nothing of how the Golden Anthem responded.
Allow me to share the answer, Sir Acolyte. Do you remember the very first voice from the heavens? The one the people of Rinascita kept alive in their hearts as they built their homes on this land? Surely you've seen The Golden Bough, yet? A play where people from various clans wear masks, singing and celebrating together. An occasion you now call Carnival.
And what of it?
It is words and songs. We are not your enemies. What you face here is something that is hard to describe, something I call reverberation. It exists forever, and you can never defeat it.
You pitiful fool. Off to the seas with that reverberation you believe in so dearly.
The Order of the Deep seeks to banish us to the seas because they know they can't banish the truth.
Hear that? The bell they tolled. I will be the one to carry its sound forward.
The parallels, so striking. Just like the day the Poets Society boarded their sail. You, CIACCONA Toccata, blaspheming against the Sentinel. So this is the resonance they babbled on about. After all these years, another group of fools is ready to march down the same path. Why are there always those who believe the Sentinel is some damned horse? The poets were at least clever enough to hold their tongues, but you have the nerve to parade your blasphemy through the streets. Almost makes those poets look noble by comparison.
Is that so, Sir Acolyte? I do hope you dream of this Sentinel of yours every night, then.
Spare me your sarcasm, you insolent bard! You're nothing but a mouthy relic, the last of what remains of your wretched family. Do you not repent for your crimes?
Ah, so you've already tasted their fate, haven't you? You and your family, banished in the name of blasphemy. Such a dramatic turn of events. As cantors of the Sentinel, both the Toccata family and the Poet Society committed the same crime. Tell me, what is the connection between you and those poets?
or nothing but a figment of my imagination. None of this concerns you. It was a price we were willing to pay. We have no regrets. When I was a child, I lacked the ability to prove the Sentinel's true form. But now, with the inverted tower shifting and the prophesied laureate among us, I believe the opportunity has presented itself for the truth to be...
Opportunity. Indeed. The moment of choice dawns once more. Do you intend to repeat history? This time, dragging Rover along with you, boarding the Pilgrim sail and clinging to hope as the storm carries you away. Isn't this what you're afraid of? You've unraveled the hand behind it all, but the Order will never allow such truths to see the light. Rover, Miss Carlotta, and all those you've gathered along the way will be forced to bear the consequences of your quest for the truth. And perhaps even that blessed maiden whose whereabouts remain a mystery to this day. Even so, will you two still insist on stepping onto that stage tomorrow? Have you really made your choice? I look forward to the arrival of tomorrow, Miss Poet.
Is this CIACCONA's sheet music? She was here. The vision I just saw seems to have been recorded from this.
Oh, he saw that?
CIACCONA mentioned she always writes down her melodies on manuscript paper. Could this be? The Golden Anthem?
Oh boy.
An interrogation room. Being here reminds me of the many unanswered questions still hidden within these melodies. The girl in the Poet Society's study must have been CIACCONA when she was little. What happened last time was no accident. As the performer, her own melodies got entangled in the mix. But why was she there? And why are the Takata family and the Poet Society accused of the same crime?
Thank you for understanding everything. Is there anyone else here besides you? You must have touched the Golden Anthem's music sheet. This is the story it holds. To be able to touch it means you're someone I can trust. I am yesterday's child of ignorance, the actor now on stage, and the banished sinner of tomorrow, CIACCONA Takata. Let me tell you, the story of the Golden Anthem doesn't just belong to the Poet Society. It also belongs to me, CIACCONA Takata. This is how it all started. A mysterious person showed the poets the truth about the Sentinel. Then they decided to become Knights of Raguena. Back then, besides the conductor, there were others who helped organize things. That was us, the Takata family. It didn't take long for the Order to notice us. To keep everyone safe, they gave my father a key to a study. Inside
There were papers that could have destroyed the Order, if anyone would even believe them in the first place. It was blasphemy, but my father didn't hesitate. He took the key right away. As you've already seen, I was also banished. You've probably heard a lot about the pilgrims' sail from Brant. Usually, the food and water in those ships aren't enough to get the people where they need to go. Even if they made it, the cold would get them. But on that ship, the Order made sure there was nothing. No food, no water, nothing. And there were only 3 fools on board. As for the fire, the poets started it themselves. In the past, everyone thought they were brilliant cantors. But inside, only they understood how fake and arrogant all their poems and music really were. In their last moments before death, the poets just wanted to leave something real behind. But it was so cold out at sea, and wood for fire was already running low. So they set the cabin on fire, and met their ends in the flames. In the world they dreamed of, poets would no longer be shackled, and everyone could sing freely. That was their wish for the future when the curtain fell. With our bodies to fuel the fire, the ensuing inferno shall forge Raguna's true gold. But the Order was afraid. They didn't want any loose ends. So they went to salvage the ship's wreckage. The Golden Anthem gave my father the key. At first, he wouldn't let me near it because I was too little. It wasn't until my mother, my uncle, and the rest of my family were one by one escorted onto pilgrim sails. Then, it was his turn. I still remember the day he handed me the key. The smile on his face.
Don't see it as a burden, my child. Remember, true courage isn't hiding it away in your heart. Raise it like a torch, just like the sun, so it can light the way for others. Only this kind of courage can rid your father of the cowardice he showed toward you and your mother. Never forget, you are a Takata.
Father wanted to tell everyone. So the Order put him on a pilgrim sail with the same charges. And that was the last time I saw him. Later, after I became a wandering bard and poet, I started to feel what was in the melodies of the poets and my ancestors. A sincerity like none other. I wrote songs, weaving the stories my father and the poets discovered into musical scores. But what awaited me was the Order's banishment. The Poet Society and our family could never prove whether the Sentinel's form is really that of a celestial steed. All we could do was hold on to our suspicions and the possible truth, waiting for someone to prove it. Now, that someone has come. He has reached the inverted tower. Now, I have that choice again. Do I reveal the truth? Always worrying about my next meal, wandering from place to place, being chased by acolytes. I'm used to it, but this time, I have you and my friends with me. I can't let you all repeat my fate. If we step onto that stage tomorrow, the Order will not stand idly by. He might even come after you and Carlotta.
Like I said, the truth exists to be uncovered. I've made my choice. And once everyone hears the truth, I believe no one will question the choices you all made in the past. There are hints of the sea inside CIACCONA's melodies. You should take greater pride in being a poet.
Thank you. Thank you for understanding everything. Let's open the doors. I hope this time, the story ends differently.
this song. It's the one she performed last time. The melody is the same, but why does it sound so sad this time?
So, Miss Poet, have you made your decision?
This is a poem I've never seen before. It's so different from what they used to write. Do not place flowers on my tomb, for I do not rest beneath the stone. I am the sea wind at Raguna's walls. I am a dawn that breaks through thorns. I am a nighthawk of wings of flame, soaring towards the celestial steed, whose praises I sing and whose true form I behold.
I know what you're thinking. You're worried I might end up on the same path you did. Go on.
All the hopes will set us free from doubts and fears deep within. Let the sunrise gild our wings. Let the twilight soothe our skin.
Follow your heart. I'll be with you. Till the end.
A penniless bard and the laureate roving in a foreign land. Together, we rise up against the order of the deep itself. But as long as the seeds of doubt are planted, the kindling in Raguna will eventually ignite to forge its true gold. There! Now, how's that for a story worth telling? Ah, speaking of which, have you ever read that novel? It's about a knight on a quest to challenge a giant in the name of justice. The knight is also accompanied by a squire. Time after time, they throw themselves at the seemingly invincible giant. I am no Montelli, acolyte of the Order of the Deep, or Knight of Raguna. But still, I shall lead the charge. Yahoo! Mount up, Sir Knight! To battle we go!
Hear, hear.
As the forgotten songs rise once more, a tale of the past I shall tell. This is the story of those who were accused of blasphemy. What? They were once poets, singing songs for the divinity and the order. This is how their music became known to all. Until one day, they stumbled upon a truth that could not be proven. The Sentinel, whom we've always revered, is not what they seem. The true divinity granting us blessings is a majestic celestial steed that gallops across the high seas and soars through the skies. And the teachings in our scriptures? Lies. Lies told to us by the Order.
She's spilling all the tea.
Ask yourselves this. Why would Imperator, who once sent Renacita voices from the heavens, allow their people to suffer aboard those pilgrim sails? How could poets who once sang the praises of the Sentinel come to curse and resent Renacita, a land they loved so much? People of Renacita, have you ever wondered why the Order forbids us from seeing their earliest scriptures? Why did none of the fools that boarded the Pilgrim's sail ever thank the Sentinel?
Yes, the mask.
Imperator and Raguna have always stood united, yet lately, they seem to have vanished from our dreams. Why is that?
CIACCONA Toccata, in the name of Imperator and Primus Fenrico, you are hereby under arrest. You will face the full weight of the law at the Order Penitentiary.
Is that so? And what are the charges this time, if I may ask?
Blasphemy!
Oh! The same old tricks again! Is this how the Order intends to keep the truth hidden?
Save your empty words for your confession to the Sentinel.
Oh.
Damnation. She's not working alone!
That's a cool art piece.
Farewell, Sir Acolyte. Oh, and just a little tip for you. Keep your eyes on the audience below. Let's see how much of the Order's hypocrisy these empty words can unveil. I have faith. The music of the Golden Anthem will one day echo across Raguna's skies again. Phew. A masked hero suddenly appeared, rescuing the bard right when she was about to be apprehended by the Order. But that's a story for another time. You know what this means for you, right? Even with a mask on, people will still recognize the laureate. I'm now a wanted criminal by the Order. Now this is what a real poet, no, wait, a real knight is supposed to be. Well then.
This room
is our final stage. Now, it's your turn to step onto it.
You will witness a different world.
You arrogant hypocrites!
Led by curiosity and wonder, they step forward.
I am the gentle sea breeze, sweeping through Whisperwind Haven and towards Raguna's high walls.
Well, have you decided on your answer? I look forward to the public trial.
Perhaps our fates are not so different after all.
It is time. Sinner against the Sentinel.
But you...
I will continue to sing.
As long as there are those who breathe and see.
My eternal summer will never fade. Do you feel it? The breeze from Whisperwind Haven. You can even catch the faint scent of wet grass. Next thing you know, maybe an apple will fall on our heads. Or maybe a big grey wolf will leap out and chase a squirrel down a rabbit hole. Thank you, Rover. I don't have the Blessed Maiden's miracles, nor the powers of a hero. I'm just a wandering bard. The only thing I can offer is to immortalize this moment. I will carry all the stories about you with me. By the way, I met a man at Margarita's who claims to be a playwright. You should watch out for him. I'm not entirely sure who he really is, but my guess is that he might be the resonator who's been working with the Order. Here, you can have this music sheet. I'm heading off on a new mission. An escape mission. Starting today, I'm no longer just a wandering bard. I've got the Order hunting me now. A journey like this, it's begging to be written into a story. Don't you worry. I still remember our promise. About the song I wrote you. We will meet again, and I'll sing it for you, I swear. After all, we're partners in crime now.
The apple fell. Oh.
My Lord Primus, it seems your plan has not gone quite as you'd hoped. You sought to revive the Blasphemous Poets Society, spreading their legacy to stoke the fires of prejudice, and through my aid summon daemons to sow fear across Raguna City.
I care not for labels of good or evil. My only care is Raguna's order and chaos. Fear is but one tool among many to maintain stability.
Ah, truly the words of one in possession of great power. Such lines are rare, even in plays. And yet, why do you seem so restless, Lord Fenrico? This is hardly the character I expected from you. Is it that foreign laureate that unsettles you so? Or perhaps that insignificant Toccata girl? Or is it something else you seek?
Out of respect for our partnership, some things are better left unsaid.
Of course. As you will, Lord Fenrico.
Wait. You were the one who led the Poets Society to that lithograph, weren't you? I've heard whispers of your presence at Whisperwind Haven around that time. Whenever you were asked, you claimed to be seeking inspiration. Why are you doing this?
As you've said yourself, out of respect for our partnership, some things are better left unsaid.
Oh boy.
There was no deception. Indeed, I was seeking inspiration. In the end, I found a story about birds in a cage. The birds, having uncovered the truth, must decide. Will they choose to fly into the unknown, or remain caged within the familiar? Ah, Lord Fenrico, a word of reminder. Just as the young Toccata mentioned, how long has it been since you last dreamed of your true divinity? Armed with a wooden spear and a broken helmet, the knight charged at the windmill. His squire, ever loyal, trailed close behind as if becoming one with the knight. Together they charged again and again, true knights in spirit, ignoring the countless wounds they bore. Truly astonishing. Even if you took such a script, what could you possibly accomplish, Hecate?
Oh. Damn. Oh, wow. That was good. That did not feel like a character story quest. That felt like, well, okay. I guess this is more so main story because it's a permanent thing. Oh, that's so interesting. Well, I mean, character quests are also permanent, but this did not feel like a permanent this did not feel like a character quest. It felt like this was main story lore. That's crazy. I loved it. I loved it. That was awesome. I am so glad it was a little longer than I was thinking. But I enjoyed every second of it. I was like right there with it. I know some of y'all probably like kind of fell off on it, and that's fine. That's fine. I was not expecting it to be this long, so sorry if y'all kind of like drifted away on it a little bit. That's totally fine. But I think that's definitely where we're calling stream tonight, ending on that note. I appreciate you guys sticking around and watching, and thank y'all for who were around for our reclears and shit too. That shit was absolutely bonkers. Had some rough times in reclears, but you know what? That's happening with this tier. This tier is a tough raid tier. Any of y'all who are raiding right now, you definitely know. Anywho, I'm gonna send y'all over to Curio. He's playing Final Fantasy 14 right now too. Looks like he's doing the occult crescent or whatever. Whatever the new exploratory, whatever the new Eureka is right now. It sounds like they're doing it. But I'm going to I'm going to take off now. I'm gonna send y'all over to him. You guys give them some love. Tell them hi. And I am going to go to bed. Well, I probably won't go to bed. I'll probably just chill. But anyways, y'all have a good day or night, whatever it is for you. And I will see you next stream. Bye-bye.